And they all know what this means to him. They know what he's lost and now what he's trying to find. What a great moment for Derrick Rose. And all the stuff that he's been through, too.
You could not have scripted a better ending to this game for the Timberwolves.
Your career high 50 points. What does it mean to you, Derrick?
Man, everything, man. I worked my ass off, bro. I wouldn't have did this for the franchise, the organization, the fans, everybody, man. I wouldn't be able to play the way I play, man.
7 years ago today, Derrick Rose saved his NBA career. On Halloween night 2018, there was nothing scarier than having to guard this guy. He recorded a career-high 50 points and got the game-saving block to get the Minnesota Timberwolves a victory over the Utah Jazz. And this was an incredible game, one of my favorite games of all time. And for my money, one of the best moments in recent NBA memory. Because, yes, you go back in time, there's always going to be heartwarming moments. But there's nothing quite like this one. You see, Derrick Rose is somebody who came to the league with so much potential. And we all kind of know the story by now. The youngest MVP in league history. And then his career kind of got derailed by injuries. And by this point in time, over in 2018, he was on the downhill slope of his career. He was sliding, and it looked like he was going to be out of the league sooner rather than later. He was coming off a bad tenure in Cleveland, but this was really the game that turned it all around. This is a game that we can point to and look at and say, Derrick Rose still had something. Because for just one night, he was given a green light, and he put together a scoring performance, the likes of which he had never done, even at his prime. And he performed when given that green light. And it was after this, he went to the Pistons. He went to the Knicks. And in those final years of his career, he turned things around. He was not an MVP anymore, but he was a valuable role player. And we can really trace that all back to this game. Because all of a sudden, when you put up a game like this, and it's easier now, 7 years later, we've got some point inflation. It feels like guys are dropping 50 left and right. It was a little bit more rare back in 2018. And with that, Derrick Rose, nobody expected to have this kind of night. And given the opportunity that he got, if he was to just have had a quiet night, he could have very well been out of the league just 2 years later. But instead, this revitalized his career. This rejuvenated the spirit, the energy that Derrick Rose had about him. And there was a renewed excitement surrounding the guy. And I think that really extended his career. And that's great to see. I'm a Minnesota fan, so I remember this moment very, very well. 7 years ago, I was 11 years old. That was about when I started getting into basketball. It was this, and then D'Lo joining up with Cat. That was really kind of when I got into the league. So around this time period, and this story was just so lovely. Derrick Rose, he became beloved by NBA fans, for his fall from grace. But what always stayed was his undeniable love for the game and the talent that was always there, the memories he created back from when he was an MVP. And for just one night, that Derrick Rose was back. 7 years ago today, he saved his NBA career. I love Derrick Rose, and I think it's so, so incredible that on Halloween night, he dropped this kind of performance. I was planning on doing something different today, but with it being Halloween, I had to bring this moment up. Go back and watch this game, or go back and at least watch the highlights. This was truly special. It would be a good performance on its own, but when you take in every kind of context, man, the downhill spiral that Rose had been on, and the way that this brought him back up, his teammates surrounding him, and him crying, being so emotional about working his butt off to get back to a point of dropping 50 in a game. It's so incredible. Go back and watch this. The night Derrick Rose saved his NBA career. I love basketball, and it's moments like this are really reasons why I've come to love the sport so much. Because you get something like this where just on a given night, you might not see it coming, but something truly beautiful and special can happen on the hardwood court. Thank you.